Razor Crest is still in one piece in this scene. Yes, I'm sending the show because it will eventually blow up this beautiful beast, and I know you feel that pain too.
Mando, is that you under that bucket?
Ah, sudden Bobby Elvis. Also, what a weird way to address someone who, in theory, you've only ever seen while they were wearing said bucket. Unless, of course, this is one more person Mando has unsheathed himself in front of, in which case he really should think about amending his oath to "this is the way" when it's convenient to me.
You know the policy. No questions.
This seems like an extremely broad and frankly unrealistic policy. Let's see how long it lasts.
So what's the job?
8 seconds.
The ship wasn't part of the deal.
Now, the crest is the only reason I let you back in here.
Hey, what happened to?
And you're welcome back here anytime.
My goodness, I know we're dealing with criminals here, but is an ounce of consistency too much to ask for people?
What's the look?
Asking someone who's wearing a full face helmet about the look they're giving them. Bill Burr's not the first person that would pop in most people's heads as the badass / sharpshooter on a heist team. However, I'm glad he was on the minds of the Mando team because he's great in this role.
Former Imperial sharpshooter.
That's not saying much.
I wasn't a stormtrooper, wise ass.
Wait, so it's known in universe that stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a bantha, and yet they're still being used?
I can't believe that thing can fly. It's like a Canto Bite slot machine.
How does that look anything like a slot machine?
Hello, Mando.
Shion.
One member of the team is a woman who has a long history with the protagonist cliché.
This is shiny.
Invading a Mandalorian's personal space and touching their armor with your blade without explicit consent.
You gonna be okay, sweetheart?
Calling someone you're not in a relationship with sweetheart.
Tiny.
Ooh, nice insult, Pet Sematary 2's Clancy Brown. Excited to see what else you might have up your sleeve later. Although if you pull off a good "your mom," I'll forgive the tiny reference.
Fuel navigation. Hyperdrive.
Excitement?
Your man wasn't taken by a rival syndicate. He was arrested.
A job is a job.
Yes, and eating Legos is eating Legos. Repeating things doesn't make them a good idea.
And I'm not looking for that kind of heat.
But you had no issue parking your ride on a station with a former criminal colleague.
If we immediately bank into this kind of attitude, we should be right in that blind spot.
This thing is brand new, top of the line, and not to mention fucking huge, but still has an enemy ship has an easily exploitable blind spot cliché built right in. Who is building these things? Kids. Also, this compartment filled with weapons isn't locked. Surely a no-brainer when there's a band of untrustworthy, ruthless mercenaries on board.
Apparently, they're the greatest warriors in the galaxy.
But why are they all dead?
Berg would be Darth Revan at TVSins.
He never takes off the helmet.
This is the way.
Blasphemy. This compartment filled with Baby Yoda isn't locked. Surely a no-brainer when there's a band of untrustworthy... You get the idea.
It's impressive that this gunship has survived the Empire.
This episode is 17% characters talking shit about Mando's ship. Is Zeon's specialty really just knives? I mean, this would be of questionable value versus an organic crew with guns, but it's downright idiotic against an entirely metal crew with guns.
Oh, shit. Come here. Come here.
Why is Berg even here? I don't care if he's the muscle. If he isn't smart enough to realize that prematurely pew-pewing a harmless droid that's likely linked to the deadly droids isn't a good idea, then I'd happily carry the damn heavy things myself. How is the backpack blaster activated? How does it know what to aim for or when to fire? When will I stop trying to make sense of any of the tech in Star Wars? Not today!
Get that blaster out of my face, Mando!
This Mandalorian standoff's for some time. Sure, Berg's got big muscles, but any droid that can be taken down this easily by discount Hellboy here really has no place being assigned to a maximum security ship.
You deserve this!
But why? What are they gaining from throwing Mando in the prison? Vengeance? There's no profit in vengeance. And surely they know their odds are significantly improved if he's still with them. Fortunately for Mando, this arm still works, despite being disconnected from its power source and the AI that controls it. I can't tell if these are the computer graphics being displayed on the ship's computer, or if Zero is in the middle of a game of Tron Deadly Discs on his Intellivision.
It seems comms are no longer functioning.
Comms go down in the middle of a dangerous mission cliché. And yeah, maybe I've laid on the cliché sins a little thick, but that's only because this episode is as well.
Whatever Rand promised, I'll see to it you get triple share.
You better be good for it.
I mean, I'd probably take that laugh to mean something like, what do you think, dickhead? You just broke me out of prison and all I have is this vest and a pair of lovely head calves. Of course I'm not good for it. But you trust who you want to trust, Mayfeld.
Mando.
Polo? Berg survives this. These look like the same droids from earlier, so why are they going down so much easier this time around? Were those previous droids on special roids to help avoid the weapons being deployed? Or am I doomed to be an annoyed humanoid screaming into a void devoid of joy? Okay, when did this f***er turn into James Wan's the Mandalorian?
I did the job.
Yeah, you did.
So Ranzar was essentially full of shit when he said that,
It's a 5-person job.
right? Because it quickly became abundantly apparent that this was, in fact, a 1, maybe 2-person gig, including the robot. Mando does the vast majority of the droid control, while the others seem to be actively sabotaging the mission at every opportunity. Not only does Mando retrieve the prisoner alone, but he does it while facing 3 additional opponents that weren't even in the original brief.
Kill him.
Why kill him after he's taken your money? It's not like he's any less dangerous inside the spaceship with lasers. Guys, if the tracking beacon was activated as a distress call, isn't it at least possible that it's still being held by the poor bastard that sent the message? Yes, I know we were told earlier that this beacon would result in immediate destruction, but when did shoot first and rescue the charred remains of the dead hostages later become the Republic's standing orders?
You know the policy. No questions.
So what's the job?
This is the guy? What did he get out of it?
You remember what you said, Mando? We did some crazy stuff, didn't we? Don't take long, does it?
Why are we using this one?
Why are they all dead?
Is he as good as they say? He never takes off the helmet. You ever seen his face? What is that? You get lonely up here, buddy? Did you two make that? What is it, like a pet or something?
Is that true, Mando? We always paranoid?
You didn't think we need to know that tiny little detail.
Are you questioning my managerial style, Shion?
Do you have a name? Is it not your code? Aren't you a man of honor?
Where are the others?
No questions asked. That's the policy, right?
Houston, we have a problem.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
It's off. That means I turn it on and just walk away.
Let us all see your eyes.
Where we're going, we will need eyes to see.
I'll try again. This little fella.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Stop! Or I'll say stop again.
What's your name?
I'm Batman. You were hired to do a job, right?
Better alive, you're coming with me.